And it's lights out. Welcome to the PITWALL Podcast, your stop for fantasy Formula One content. Here we are tonight. Joining me, my bro Dominick, Father Dr. David Kessler, our great friend Paola, and I'm your host Jeanmark. And what a race! But before we get to that, I know everyone in the comment section probably right now is asking, when are they going to have Sentiment go live? Well, just hold your horses. We have no clue. No one in the world knows when this is going to happen. So as soon as it does, you'll be hearing from me. Actually, link in the description for Twitter. I'll probably be posting on Twitter. Link in the description for the Discord. Over half of the people who've joined Discord haven't received their pit crew roles. So make sure you go to #rules, go to that channel, read through it, please. But at the bottom, you can react to that message, and then that'll give you your role. And then you can get general access to everything. But now, let's get to the news. My first piece of news, fascinating for Williams. Paola, let us know what great things have just happened.
Well, I'm really excited to see that Chadwick is going to be continuing to work with Williams as part of their driver academy for 2022. For those who are not aware, she's part of the W Series, which started in 2019, and she's won 2 W Series titles already. So it's really exciting to see a female participant in the sport, because in the W Series, it's based purely on ability, right? Their cars are all mechanically the same. Knowing that she's going to be able to continue to work with Williams to hopefully one day get out of the simulator, but who knows, maybe even in an F1 car one day. An exciting story to keep following along. For all the female aspiring drivers out there, it's a big win.
It's really exciting to see all the accomplishments she's had, but I'm a little worried. She's so used to winning. I'm not sure that partnering with Williams is going to give her those same results she's used to. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I don't see a lot of other escuderias taking on other women as part of their driver academy. So, Williams on that front is and continues to be a winner in my book. But yes.
And now for our second piece of news, there are some changes that are going to be made to Jeddah, the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix track that will be in about a week's time. And so this article by RN365, 5 big changes being made. One of them being visibility to be increased through the high-speed sections. That was one of the big issues from last season. You had such a high barrier that people felt not just claustrophobic, but how can you see over the corner? I do a lot of track creation for the online racing league that I'm a part of, and that's one of the things that I get a lot of feedback on is blind corners and trying to be able to make it so that people aren't going around the corner without being able to see what's on the other side. That's a safety concern if you think about it. What if there's a car on the other side of that barrier and you don't know? You'll slam right into them. A driver's being given Monaco-style apex barriers. This is another one of those things where going down to safety and other things, what can best help the drivers go around the track? Going back to my track creation, apexes make the world of a difference on how a driver going a little wide is going to be affected. Whatever your tire is driving over top of is going to affect its wear. And we already saw from this last race that the heavy braking zones for Bahrain, they had to do a 3-stop. And so we'll see how the high-speed nature of the circuit coupled with some of these changes is going to affect the tire wear. And then they're going to have artists trying to help spaz up the look. New start time, which is going to be earlier than last season. And instead of being the bottom of the hour, it will now be at the top of the hour. And so that will be good to sync up with the other races that we're normally having. And then perhaps the most fascinating one. Do you remember during qualifying, Verstappen was half a second up on Hamilton, and then he comes out of a corner, touches the wall, ruins perhaps the greatest qualifying attempt that was being made that year. They are now widening that corner that it gives a little bit more room. Looking over these changes, which ones are exciting you guys the most?
I'd have to say that anything that increases the safety is always a good thing. These drivers put a lot on the line every time they go out on the track, and to know that they can have some peace of mind is always a good thing, especially on the blind corner, man. You always want to avoid the risk that somebody could hit somebody else that's just stopped, and especially if they don't know it's there, could be very dangerous.
I kind of like the new artwork. They have a picture here of it, and it looks pretty cool.
I'm a big fan of any efforts coming from F1 to increase visibility and give a better experience for people attending. That's telling me that they're hopefully going to be doing this for other races as well, really considering the guest experience, not just for the people who have the most expensive seats in the room, but for everyone. Another thought I had was that the 1.5 meters on turn 27 seemed a little wide.
Just thinking about how the new regs have affected the cars, I wonder if having like a car and a half or maybe car width extra is going to allow more side to side. Because Verstappen, when he did his quali lap, he was by himself. But imagine if you had two cars going high speed and they're whipping around that last corner and then one guy gets just chucked into the barrier because they bounce off each other. That could be why they're doing that.
Yeah. For me, it's like I want it to be safe, but I still want them to have to be strategic and to be really calculated. I guess we'll have to see how much of a difference it really makes. I definitely don't want to see them making, oh, somebody crashes here. Okay, we'll just make this one easy next time. Like every time that happens, which I don't think it's the case, but.
Do you think that the heavier car made any difference in their decision to widen it?
Oh, because you're going to be carrying more momentum through the corner, so it might be harder to hold because of the centrifugal force. It could be.
I mean, you have to assume that a lot of data is going into these decisions.
So comment below, let us know, what are you looking forward to for the Jeddah Grand Prix? And then how do you see the teams stacking up there with some of these changes? It's time to review our one race challenge. But before we do, we want to see what the best possible team that you could have had, what we call the ORC Elite. Russell, Leclerc, turboing him, Sainz, Bottas, Magnussen, and Ferrari as the constructor. A total haul of 283 points. You only need a 98.5 budget. Our ORC Elite is anything that you can get with 100 million or less. The amazing thing is that everyone who participated in our one race challenge who got top score, they had the exact same lineup. What was it that kept you guys or myself from getting that lineup? Going all in on Ferrari, picking up Bottas, and then having Russell.
My problem was it was my number 2 team, and I didn't put it in the ORC Elite.
You didn't put him in the one race challenge?
Yup,
Right.
He did not submit the right team.
I accidentally grabbed Mick Schumacher instead of Magnussen. That was the only difference.
For me, it was lack of faith in Sainz, honestly, just because he seemed to be struggling during quali and practice. I didn't feel confident putting him in with Leclerc. Otherwise, I think I probably would have had that team.
I think all of us are probably going to go full in on Ferrari until Red Bull fixes whatever that issue was. We don't know if Red Bull can finish a race distance, which would be terrible because 1 week is barely enough time to build new parts and ship it out to your team. Ferrari definitely is faster than Mercedes. And Red Bull is a good choice if you have Perez because he's cheaper. Verstappen, he's a good number 2, but a little too expensive with the other lineups that you might want. But here's the thing. Russell costs more money than Perez. So it feels bad for anyone who had Perez instead of Russell, right? You had Perez and he finished the race. He was ahead of Russell. You would have got more points. But that is what happens with live sports. Unpredictable. For me, I would have had that lineup, except I don't think I would have had Bottas. I would have had Schumacher. So it was good on everyone who thought, okay, Bottas is better than Schumacher, which makes sense. If you want to have the teammate bonuses, that's probably what you want to do. But then I switched over to cover my bases. And so I switched from Russell to Perez because it looked like he was going to be stronger. And then from Ferrari to Red Bull. They didn't have a double DNF at the end of the race. Then okay, they would have been solid points. But for Red Bull to get 4 points and Ferrari to get nearly 100, well, that's why I'm behind. That's why I'm behind by 100 points already. But it's a one race challenge, so we get a clean slate next week. If you are in the seasonal long league, boom, you are in a hole.
Yeah, I just trusted Verstappen and Red Bull, and had they finished the race, I would have had a great team. If the race had ended 5 laps earlier, I would have been fine.
True. Looking at our PITWALL Bahrain one race challenge. We do want to start off with giving a shout out to our high score by Alexander. He used the Mega Driver on Russell. And so he scored 290 points. Now, we do want to make it clear to you that we do not factor in Mega Drivers into our one race challenges leaderboard. So we will give a shout out, but if his base score isn't the top 3, then he does not make it onto that leaderboard, which means everyone who had 283 points, like I said before, there's 90 of them. One person got second on silver. And then we had a couple people, Dominick included, who had the bronze. Well, let's start off at the bottom here and look at Dominick. Everyone who had a bronze would have run this lineup right here. Turboing Leclerc, having Sainz, Schumacher instead of Magnussen, Bottas, Russell, and Ferrari. Let's see if everyone else does the exact same.
Way to go, Dominic. I'm proud of you.
That was the difference, picking Schumacher over Magnussen. The lone silver in the group had Schumacher, Russell, and Magnussen, Leclerc, Sainz, and Ferrari. Pretty much carbon copy of what I was saying during the 3 statistical secrets. Schumacher did not qualify as high as I had hoped, and as you can see, he got stuck in the midfield as a result. But Magnussen, who was able to stay up and got a huge haul of points. And then everyone who had our gold having this lineup here. Interesting. I'm seeing another flag that isn't matching up. Type in the comments below. I'm going to go over these, and because Playon has been doing a terrible job at updating things, you can change your flag, but just put in the comments below if what you're seeing on the screen isn't matching. So for example, I have Renato as Brazil, Matthew as Canada. I know because last year that is correct. Daniel M, Dominican Republic, Wesley with Great Britain, Daniel K with Poland, Cam T with New Zealand, Anita G, I'm not sure what this blue-yellow is, so I'll have to look that up because I had Anita as listed as something else when I looked at this earlier today. And then Oluwatobi has Great Britain, Dustin has US, Kim has Great Britain, Dominic has US, Stuart has South Africa, Carlos has Venezuela, Ari has Israel. So like I said, put in the comments below if one of these isn't matching so that I can make sure that that's updated on our spreadsheet. So we looked at gold, bronze, and silver. You can see everyone who tied with the ORC Elite. Make sure it makes sense, 283 points. You get 25 points for a gold, 18 points for a silver, 15 points for a bronze, and that is our leaderboard for this week. So congratulations to everyone who is a part of that. Normally we would give a Fat Stacks award for anybody who was tied but had the most value. Well, everyone had 100 million, so there's no Fat Stacks award this week.
But if everybody had the same thing, doesn't that mean that everybody should get the Fast Stacks award, maybe?
What do you think, Dad Paola? Do you think we should just give everyone the Fat Stacks award?
No. Okay, I have a better idea. How about you just give me the Fat Stacks award? Everybody else, I don't care.
Yeah.
I think that's a better idea.
You jump from 4th place to Fat Stacks. That's pretty amazing there, Dominic.
3rd place, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's right. Guess what? For the rest of this year, I will have at least 15 points, which is 15 more than I had last year. So
that's great.
Yeah, very cool.
Congratulations. Now, while we may not have our Fat Stacks award, we do have our Meme Team Award. Dustin W. We compete as one, but by myself. Congratulations, you get our Meme Team Award. I do want to let you guys know with the new interface that they have means that if your message is too long, I cannot see the second half of it. For example, I really wanted to see in the master plan and even if I click on it, it won't continue. So just be aware that if you want to be able to be eligible for the Meme Team Award, if I can't read it, oof, that will inhibit your chances. Lastly, normally, for tie breaks, to get on the podium, because we have a special podium ceremony at the end of each of these fantasy podcasts based off of the lowest team value. Well, if everyone has 100 million, well, how do we do that? Well, we're going to just make it simple. So whoever was listed at the top, according to the website, is going to get it. And so that means what we will have Renato standing on the podium getting the Brazilian national anthem. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put everybody together. I know this is going to be a clustered gold podium, and you won't probably be able to see everyone's lineup, but at least we will put Renato's there so you can see the Brazilian flag.
Didn't everybody have the same lineup that was in first?
Pretty much, exactly. So we'll just put that one so you can see what lineup they have.
You could just have that lineup. I say you could just have that lineup and then just the name surrounding it. There you go.
Ooh, have the flags or yeah, exactly. We'll think of a cool graphic. But shout out to everyone who had the nice first strong race of the season. You're at max points.
Well, I was really happy to see all these different countries. I don't recall last year, especially in the gold position. I don't recall Poland or New Zealand for sure. I really like the amount of different countries represented. ORC League, thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm. And since we're here, let's promo this coming race's one race challenge. It will be for Saudi Arabia, one team. You get to enter. Because it is a whole season, don't worry about that. We will just take the scores for this coming race. At least 10 people join. I get a custom graphic and avatar. And here is the amazing thing. Last year, I never got more than 50 people to join one of our one race challenges. So it was never a part of the big race league. 180 plus of you joined the first one. So amazing to have you all. Of course, that means you have to resubmit again to be a part of this next one. And so don't forget to find the link in the description. The code will be there as well as on the screen. Good luck to everyone. Have your opportunity to get on our ORC leaderboard. I understand that the lineups are going to be completely different from what we're probably showing you now to at the end of the week. Part of that was because a lot of people want a wild card and people want a day trade and all that. So take everything we're about to present with you just as what we're doing right now while we're waiting for the wind to blow and for play on to allow us to start playing the game. Let's start off with you, bro. Tell us about your lineup.
My lineup is what it should have been last week. That cost me a gold. The sentiments and stuff haven't started changing anything, but I'm feeling at this moment this is probably the drivers that are going to be seeing some good increases coming up. I'm going to ride with that and then see what happens.
Right, because the benefit is you can always still make changes based off of free practice sessions 1, 2, and 3, right? It's a solid lineup. I don't think anything's going to change massively with these drivers unless there's like Red Bull performance and then you say, well, instead of Russell, I'll pick up Perez. Because Russell and Hamilton, way slower. Having a Perez in there might be good. On to you, Dad. Your lineups.
I agree with them. Probably the baseline will be on my other one. I'm waiting to see sentiments, which I don't have. I'll probably swap out Schumacher for Perez. I think it was nice that Russell got in some points, but I think Perez, if they figure out the issue, will get more points. The third one, where I have a cheaper constructor, higher end drivers, I'll probably change out Bottas for Perez too.
Wait, you ran Haas last race?
On my third team. My third team is specifically to run one of the cheaper constructors, so I have more money for more expensive drivers.
Who else did you have on your team then? You probably had Leclerc, Sainz. Did you have Verstappen probably?
Okay, so let me go back to that one, what I had last time. So last week I had Leclerc, Verstappen, Russell, Bottas, Schumacher, and Haas. And they got me 185 points.
I'm surprised with a Haas you couldn't fit a Hamilton on there as well.
Well, I thought Russell was a better
True. But now that I think about it, with Mercedes being off the pace, with a Haas lineup, you should probably be able to get Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen, Perez, and Magnussen. You might be able to get all four. Like, if you have the top 4 drivers, that's going to be pretty good. We'll see if Haas is able to continue getting points, though.
Right. The one thing I had a question is whether or not to go with Haas or to go with Alfa Romeo. And so I'll have to decide whether or not. I think Alfa Romeo is $2 million more. I'll have to see if that interferes with a better driver.
The main thing right now is you just have a lineup in case there's day trading going on, right? And then you can always switch back to what you want.
I did drop Verstappen from both of my teams, concerned that he would be dropped and the sentiment would go down with the lack of faith in Red Bull. I did have Verstappen on 2 of my teams last week.
Yeah, pretty much anyone who is trying to avoid all that, if you're still wanting to do those trades, do it now before they go down in value. Brings us now over to Paola. Your lineups.
I'm looking to make a lot of changes on my lineup. I think I definitely want to go all in on Ferrari. Definitely looking to get Red Bull off on my second team. And I would look to put in Bottas if I could as well and keep Russell in there. I'm going to have to do some more thinking, but overall I would say Red Bull's not you want to be having in there at the moment. And after seeing Sainz post-race interview, like, he is hungry for that podium. He wants number 1 spot. I'm not his teacher, but if I was, that's exactly what I want to hear from him. I have a lot of homework to do. I want to do better. I want to be up there. All in Ferrari.
All in. The Ferrari hype train has left the station.
Okay, so here's a question for you, Paola. How many 1-2s do you think Ferrari will get this year? They already have 1.
1, 2, oof. I think if they play nice between them, I honestly can see Charles and Carlos developing a little bit more of a rivalry this year. I think they've been really good teammates up until this point, but now that they're really competing for this top positions, I think maybe 2 more times.
How about you, Dominic? You're a Ferrari fan. How many times do you think?
Well, considering that the first time came with a little bit of luck, I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say like a super high number, but let's be optimistic and say it'll happen a couple times.
All right.
I'll say 0.
You think so, huh?
Really?
Verstappen was so much faster than Sainz. The only reason Verstappen wasn't number 2 was because his car literally was dying on him. But we see that Verstappen at least has a package that makes him fast enough that he's going to be either 1 or 2 this season. I doubt Ferrari's going to continue sweeping unless we get a place where Red Bull's just bad. But look at last season. Was there any track last season where Red Bull was just bad? I don't think so. And so I think Verstappen will be able to beat Sainz pretty much any time he chooses. And then that's the problem between Sainz and Leclerc. Until Sainz can out-qualify Leclerc, I think he will be very nice. When you know you're not as good as the other driver, you're a Bottas. But as soon as you can out-qualify the guy, and there's no team orders, then you can actually race him. And as soon as Sainz gets that chance, he's going to race hard. And I think that's when you're going to start getting that little until he can outperform Leclerc. I think he's just going to be quiet until that time comes.
Okay, Jeanmark, I have a question for you. Do you think any other team will get a first, second this year?
No. Look, if Ferrari was 30 seconds faster than Mercedes, okay, the only way Mercedes is going to get 1-2 if 4 cars DNF ahead of them. And if the only way for Red Bull to get a 1-2 is for Perez to beat Leclerc on pace. And we saw Perez barely able to beat Hamilton last season. I think there was only one track where he was able to stay of Hamilton, and that was at Bahrain. So maybe there. Okay, maybe at Bahrain or at a Monaco. Maybe those would be the 2 choices. I just don't see Perez beating Leclerc, and I don't see Sainz beating Verstappen.
Okay, well, I predict that Red Bull will have a 1-2 sometime this year.
Okay, what are you saying, Paola?
I just want to push back that we don't know yet how, new regulations, more side-by-side racing, more specifically tire strategy will affect performance at these other tracks. I can maybe see, I just don't know how attempts for undercuts and overcuts gone wrong could cause maybe some of these unexpected changes that would lead to a 1-2 that wasn't just on merit, but it was a bad strategy. And
okay, that's true. I'm also not taking the weather into effect. We saw a lot of races last season that became unpredictable because there was some rain. Thanks, Dad, for those thought-provoking. Everyone put in the comments below how many more 1-2s this season and who will do them. On to my lineup. They're identical. That's what everyone told me. 3 stat secrets. Oh, it's identical. Now here it's identical because I was trying to avoid the drops. And now we're going to see about wild cards. Russell, I think, is a good choice for the price. But the problem is that if Perez has a faster car, even though Perez and Russell are both second drivers, Perez being cheaper is going to allow me to have more wiggle room for upgrading Bottas or Magnussen. But here's the issue. Who would you upgrade? Maybe switch Bottas out for Ocon? Maybe? It seems like the team lineup that you want this season is so much cheaper. Like last season, we're all struggling. I'm 0.5 million away from getting my dream lineup. Here, it's I've got money in the bank. Just give me my team and let's go. So put in the comments below, what are your thoughts about your lineup? And it's sad that the whole day trading aspect is gone. You remember, Dad and Bro, when the first season, actually the first 2 seasons, but the first season in particular, Dominick, you had that lineup and then you didn't touch it all season and it got above 100 million and Dad and I could never duplicate your lineup. And so you just laughed the whole way through the season and won, right? And so we were like, this is boring because you literally would not check your team. You just well, I got it.
That was pretty good stuff.
They say your first instincts sometimes are right.
Yup. So then that's why we started League DRD the second year. And then the third year, they introduced dynamic pricing. And I think that just makes the game completely different. We are still in the preseason stages of League DRD. And the reason why we do that is because of the uncertainty of the first 3 races. We want to be able to build up our understanding of the drivers. And so it's still a very similar format to the regular season. We'll explain that more when we get closer. But to recap for everybody, we each will draft drivers. No constructors, just drivers. And DRD stands for Driver Rotational Draft. let us overview how the scores went. We did, based off of last season's endings, Dominick versus me, and we were doing what we call our preseason or postseason battle races. So we will draft 4 drivers. We pick 3 of them to go head-to-head, one at a time, and instead of the postseason where it's first one to get 2 crowns here, you just get a crown anytime you beat someone. So the most you can get during the preseason is 9. Dominick had Perez face off against Gasly. And guess what, bro? Perez scored you 4 points, but Gasly, because I turboed him, got me -8 points. So you won a crown with Perez. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm looking at the results. I'm shocked, honestly. Wow, pulled off 2. Woof. Could have almost got all 3. I
could have got a clean
believe
sweep.
the Magnussen-Russell combo. I did not think that was going to be so close.
So Magnussen got 27 points, Russell got 28. How were we to know that the Haas was going to be so competitive compared to that Mercedes? And then Sainz, he turboed him, doubled his 32 points to make it 64 versus Leclerc's 49. So you beat me twice. Congratulations. And then off to our other combo between Dad and Paola. They decided to turbo both of the Ferrari boys. So that means that Paola came out on top with 98 points for Leclerc and Dad had 64 for Sainz. But here's the crazy thing.
Like, unfortunately, that's where the good news ends.
Yeah, that's where the good news is because Perez scored 4 versus Russell's 28, and then Albon scored 10 compared to Magnussen's 27. So Dad and Dominick both ended up with 2 crowns. Good job, guys. So on the left-hand side, you have a driver based off of how the previous race ended. The higher the driver, then that means on the right where you have a column, for example, if you picked Ocon, then that means on column AP, those are the drivers that he is able to draft next, starting with Ricciardo down. So the higher the driver is, the less choices you have. Wild cards are yellows. That's somebody who has a race average of over 21 points. This race was crazy because now we have 6 drivers as wild cards. And that means the top 6 are off the table. There we go. So Bro has drafted Verstappen. Dad, it's snake draft. So you get to draft the next 2.
Yeah, none of them are really sticking out at me, are they? I guess I'll go with Alonso.
Okay. And then we will look at Alonso's column, which is column AR. So starting with Stroll down, who do you want to have as your second draft pick?
Perez.
Okay, so you've drafted Perez. Dominick, who are you drafting? Verstappen's column, pretty much anyone left on the board you're able to draft.
Except the yellow ones.
I guess I'm going to go with Ocon because he scored high.
Okay, and so Ocon's column AP, so Ricciardo down.
I guess we'll go once again with points picks and just go with Ricciardo, I guess. I mean, if they could spend most of the race in the back and still score 13 points, you know.
That's true. That is crazy. Ricciardo was in the back and got 13 points. Norris got 1 point. Oof. Okay, Dad, you drafted Perez, so pretty much everyone in column BA is on the board for you.
Well, yeah, well, I guess. Tsunoda did good. I was going to pick Tsunoda, but if I'm going to get Gasly also, do I want to go with both of those from the same team?
Remember, you draft 4 drivers and only use 3 of them.
Ah, that's right. Okay, well, let me go with Tsunoda so he doesn't, and then Gasly.
And then, bro, your last draft comes with Ricciardo, which is pretty much everyone left.
Everybody left. Pick up that sweet Stroll.
Good old Stroll. Dominick?
Yeah, I was like, let me choose what I'm turboing before I know what's going on.
Yeah, before you know who you're going to
Yeah.
Who's your first?
We're going Verstappen.
Verstappen in slot 1. Dad, who are you facing off for Verstappen? I don't know why you did that, bro. Because if you put your strongest guy first, he's just going to throw his weakest guy.
Alonso.
Okay, so Alonso. Dad, who are you putting in your second slot?
I'm going to put Perez.
Okay, Dominick, who are you facing off against Perez?
Well, my weakest guy, right? So, Stroll.
Okay, your third?
And then I'm going to cap that off with Ocon.
And Dad, who's going to get Ocon?
Gasly.
Okay, now you guys can tell us who you're going to turbo.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, reveal.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Probably because we don't figure the other ones would ever catch up even if we turbo them to the one we're going against.
Now bring this over to our draft between Paola and myself. Paola was a lower seed, so you get to draft first.
I've not yet forgiven Verstappen for last season. Perez.
Oh, interesting. The fan picks, like she said last week. She's going to go with fan picks. Well, then I will try to go with Verstappen and Ocon. Who are you going to draft for Perez? You get everybody else.
I'll make a wild pick. Let me go with Ricardo.
And then with Ricardo, you get to pick everybody left on the board.
Alonso.
Since I drafted Ocon last, I will pick Gasly. And then that will leave me everybody else. So I guess I will do what Dad did and pick his teammate Tsunoda. And then with Alonso as your last pick, you get everyone left.
I'll go with Stroll.
It has been chosen.
Okay, you are lower C. You get to pick first. Who is in your first slot?
Ricardo.
Man, who do I pair off with? Ricardo. He is in a terrible, terrible McLaren. So I think Gasly can beat him. And then I will put...
Unless his engine goes off again.
I'll put Ocon.
All right.
Who do you face off against Ocon?
I'll go with... Oh boy, that's hard. Alonso or Stroll? Actually, let me go Perez. Easy.
Keep it simple, right? You're like, I forgot about Perez. Yeah. Okay, and then who's your third?
I'll put in Alonso.
And then that means he goes against Verstappen. Okay, and then we're going to put in our lineups who we're going to turbo. 3, 2, 1, reveal! So you're turboing Ricardo, and I should have turboed Gasly, but I turboed Ocon. That's fine. Turboing Noise.
Noise.
Should be interesting.
Should be interesting indeed. Now for our new segment. Thank you to everyone who's part of our cool little games last year, like It's in the Numbers. Dad has been thinking in the off season. He would just call me up randomly. I have this idea. What do you think about this idea? So Dad has got some things in store as the season progresses, and he's going to have it with us, and some of that will probably include you guys as well. Dad, our first game center segment for the season. Explain how it works for us.
Okay, I call it the number challenge, and I have all 10 constructor teams on cards, and each of them have the 2 drivers' numbers on them. So what will happen is each of you will have 3 rounds. You'll pick a number card. I'll read one of the 2 drivers' numbers. You'll tell me what constructor they're from and the other driver's number. You get 1 point if you get the constructor right, another point if you get the other driver's number.
Okay, for those of you that are watching, you can play along and see how well you score compared to us.
Because this is the first of the year, ladies go first. She has the option of either picking the card or letting someone else go first, so she gets an idea of how it's going to go. Which would you like to do, Paola?
I'll pass.
Okay.
Oh, one question. Sorry, I'm very rules oriented, so... Is there stealing, or if you get it wrong, there's just no points at that point?
There's no stealing, sorry.
Okay, no stealing. Okay.
Now, you get your 3 chances, and then if there's a tie, we'll do a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Okay, Dominick, you're the next one up since you're younger than your older brother.
Crazy.
Would you like to pick one, or do you want to turf to your older brother?
I'm not still 100% sure what's going on, but so I'll pick one, and we'll just see what happens.
Okay, what number?
1 through 10.
1 through 10.
5.
5. Okay. Okay, so the number, you picked a good one. The number is 44.
I'm going to go with...
What you're wearing. Literally what you're wearing.
No, I'm going to go with, let's say...
Constructor first.
Oh, constructor first.
And then the other driver's number.
Oh, and then the other person on his team?
The number of the other person on his team.
Oh.
I don't care what his name is. We already know what his name is. I want to know what constructor he drives for and the other driver's number.
Oh my. So
Dominick was so confident, and now he's like stressing out.
Mercedes and oh my goodness, what is Russell's number? I have a 50% chance that it's like a double digit with the same number. It's like But there's only like 10 of those. 11, 22. He's not one of the ones with the double digits that are the same number, is he? I actually have no idea.
Well,
11.
I'll tell you.
I'm going to say 11.
11.
Okay,
Yeah,
I will. Unfortunately, you are wrong. But just for the sake, you can't steal. But does someone else want to help him out?
I know
just say what it is. What's that?
I know what it is.
Or should we? It's up to you if you want to say it or not, because we can go on to the next card.
Well, does Jeanmark get to steal it?
No, there's no steal. So I would just be doing it to be nice. But like, if I tell you the number, then someone else won't guess that number.
Right, in the future. Okay. So Jeanmark, it's your turn. What number?
Okay, we're going to write this down, okay? Everyone in the chat, okay? You're going to write these down, okay? The ones that got missed, you're going to write these down, because at the end of this, we'll tell you what the answers are, okay? So the first one, I will say the number at the end. Okay, here we go.
I would have done so good at this game last year, but things have changed. I'm like trying to,
Okay.
what are the changes?
The reason I know all these answers is because I look at spreadsheets.
Okay, so what card
Why
do you
couldn't
want?
I have gotten Perez?
Why
Because
did you
you
guess
picked number
Perez's
5.
number, bro?
Huh?
You guessed Perez's number.
Perez's number is 11?
Yep, that's your free
I know
game.
that.
You did
Now
not
I
know that?
I did not. I'm not.
Watch
super
him
great
get
with
Red
these
Bull
numbers.
for his next card and thank me later. Okay, I want the
Yeah, I mean-
number 1.
Number 1. Okay. The number is 23.
Okay,
What's the constructor and who's the other drivers?
that would be
Number.
Williams and the other number 6.
Okay. Very good.
I think we already know who's going to win.
Since they get it right, do we want to tell them the name associated with the
Sure.
number or at the end?
Sure, we'll say. So Dominic, number 44 was
Go ahead,
Hamilton.
Dominic was 44.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Dominic-
he already said it. So Hamilton is 44.
Okay. Go ahead, Jeanmark. You got
Russell was
say the
his
ones you got
teammate.
right.
Okay, and then for Williams, 23 was Albon, and his teammate's Latifi. So 23 and 6.
Okay. So
See, I
Paola.
forgot one of the driver's number, and I just remembered it. Whew.
Paola, what number card do you want?
4.
4. Good thought. Okay. So 4 is number 14.
Oh, I know. Because it's my favorite only because I'm born on March 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know his name. I just know he speaks Spanish.
As long as
Wow,
you got the
this is
constructor.
embarrassing.
Yeah, so what's his constructor, though?
Wait, but it's constructors, right?
Yeah.
So Alpine.
Alpine,
Okay, so
yeah.
she gets 1 point for constructor. And do you know the number of the other driver? Wouldn't
Who
hurt
was
to
the
guess
other
if you don't
pink
know.
car this last race?
Pink. Oh, that's Ocon.
Okay, you got the name.
What?
Now you gotta get the number.
Dominic never sits this close to the camera. He's
I'm trying to remember. Is it in their livery? No, not
I-
in their livery.
This is going to be bad for me.
No. I don't know.
Just take a guess. It wouldn't hurt to guess.
It's not 11.
18.
No, not 18. Sorry.
Yeah.
And we'll keep going. But,
Okay, so I'm going to write this down. So Ocon's number, everyone in chat, you can write it down to see if you're right at the end.
And it's Fernando Alonso, I remember.
Fernando Alonso. Okay,
Fernando Alonso. Good. Okay.
I think someone does have 18 on the grid. No, I don't think so now.
No, it is. I just remember from the game we used to play last season, internally, the 18 is a number
18 is a number.
for
Okay.
someone,
For someone,
but it's
okay.
not.
I'll keep that in the back of my
for-
mind because I was going to tell it kind of like with Dominic, where I told him the number he guessed, 11. I told him that was Perez, but anyways,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Dominic, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10.
10. Let's just do it. See what happens.
10. Okay.
be
Very
easy.
good. 10.
Number 10 is 10?
Yeah.
Well, great. If I could figure out who that is initially, that would help me figure out who the other person is.
Try process of elimination.
Yeah, you already know 3 constructors that are off the board.
Great. 10. Well, we know it's not Perez.
No, it's not Alonso or Hamilton.
And we don't, yeah.
Okay.
No, hold on. Let me guess. Let's go with...
Constructor first.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Which constructors we've done?
Then Alpine, Mercedes,
my
and
goodness,
Williams.
please don't ever say that again. Okay, Alpine, Mercedes,
Alpine, sorry.
and who was the last one?
Williams.
Williams. Okay.
Alpine.
AlphaTauri.
Very good.
He's like,
Oh,
whoosh!
Okay, great. That doesn't help me at all, but at least we're that's narrowed it down.
2 drivers.
So either this is Gasly and I don't know Tsunoda, or this is Tsunoda and I don't know Gasly.
Well, at least you know the 2 drivers on the team. That's impressive.
Okay, now remember, I said that like half the drivers have a double digit with the same number. And so we know it's not 11. And it's not 44.
Really hanging on the fact that I told him one driver's number.
No, so many drivers have, and they're always the same number. I don't know why. It's at 11. We know it's not. Probably. I don't think anybody's 99.
Yeah, but they're not driving this year. That was Giovinazzi.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it's not that. Unless Joe decided to take up that number himself, but I doubt it.
Man, I did not pay attention to what Hulkenberg's number is. I hope he's not on this card.
Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna double my last number. Is it 22?
Absolutely. Very good.
No freaking way, man. No way. For real?
22. Yep, 22.
I scored a point somehow. Woo!
Good job, bro. I
Good
had
job.
completely blanked on what Tsunoda's number was. Good
There's
stroke
no
of
way,
luck.
man. That's crazy, man.
Good job,
Okay.
bro.
I guess we're to Jeanmark. We have 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
9.
9. Okay. Number is 16.
Okay, that's Leclerc for Ferrari. And 55 is Sainz.
Why couldn't I get that?
Because you didn't pick 9. Sorry.
Should have picked 9 before he did. There's your problem.
Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Okay, Paola, we have 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8.
7.
7. Good. The number is 47.
7.
47.
It's the most random number until you know why it's such a random number.
47. Wait, I'm supposed to do the constructor, right?
Yep.
Right.
So you can do process of elimination to figure out the constructor.
Oh, okay.
So there's already 5 constructors that have been out there.
So Mercedes
So-
was put,
Mercedes is out.
and then
Right.
you had
Ferrari's
Williams,
out.
and I had
Williams is out.
Ferrari, and
AlphaTauri.
you had
Alpine.
AlphaTauri.
And then, so then there's Alfa Romeo. There's Aston Martin in. And there's Haas. We haven't said Haas at all.
Jean-Marc's
And-
favorite.
And is that it?
No,
There's 2
McLaren.
more.
Jean-Marc's favorite.
And McLaren we haven't said.
And
Yeah,
Red Bull, we
and-
haven't said.
And Red Bull. Okay.
So you have a 20% chance. Well, no, you could probably
I'm
start
gonna help
thinking through
anybody,
who's on what
so
team.
I know it's not Red Bull.
Okay, you're down to 1 out of 4. You have 25% chance.
It's not Red Bull. It's not McLaren because they're single digits.
Very good. You're down to 1 in the third.
It's not. Then sorry, we're at Haas, Alfa Romeo, and gosh, I'm forgetting what I'm.
Aston Martin.
And Aston Martin. It's not Aston Martin. No, it could be Aston Martin. Okay, I'm leaving Aston Martin up there. And then between Haas and Alfa Romeo. Wait, Haas is. It's not Alfa Romeo. So it's Haas or Aston Martin. Aston Martin?
No, sorry.
No!
You got it down to 50% and guessed the wrong one.
Really?
Yeah, so now you know it's the other one. What's the other driver's number? Because you know it's Haas. So what's the other number with Haas? Did you pay attention?
Oh,
to
then
the
if
two numbers?
it's Haas, then it's Magnussen.
Yeah, what's his number?
Oh, this is I feel like I should know this. It was all over the news.
Right? It was like every time they showed his helmet cam, I was
Yours,
like, oh yeah.
yours. Magnussen. 20? No.
What did you say?
24. It's 20-something. It's 20-something. I'm gonna go with 20-something.
Okay, well,
the first one is a 2. What's the second one? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
you know what's
I'm thinking like 28, 24, 20. I know it's a 2, but I don't remember the second number. I know.
Okay. Just guess one.
20.
Very good. 20.
What?
So here's the amazing thing. She had a 20% chance of the constructor. She narrowed it down to 50% chance. On a coin flip, gets it wrong. She has a 10% chance of getting the right number and nails it. Good job.
This game is silly because I feel like the only reason I'm like 20 is because like subconsciously my brain heard that a lot over the weekend.
Oh, because you kept seeing it? Nice.
But
we're tied.
you kept seeing it up there of like, why is 20 like top 6?
No, but
So far the score: Paola has 2, Dominick has 3, Jeanmark has 4.
Okay.
And we have one round to go. Dominick, what's your last card? You have a 2, 3, 6, and 8.
Paola, I need you to somehow not score any more points because this is pretty much. I shouldn't even have any points right now.
I think I'm good on the teams that are left. Like I know McLaren, I know Red Bull,
No.
I know Alfa Romeo.
No. Okay, what were my numbers?
2, 3, 6, and 8.
2, 3, 6, and 8. A 2.
Okay, 2. You might like this one.
No, I won't.
Well, do you want the number he's racing under this year? Okay, 1.
Come on.
Sorry. Someone had to get it.
Okay.
I think we should give Dominick a bonus point for naming the other number that he could be.
There you go. Jeanmark just gave you a bonus point option.
Was Verstappen?
Okay, start with the constructor. What constructor has number 1?
It's Red Bull. Man, I got lucky.
Great, you got a point.
We've already established that Checo is 11, so I know that much.
So that's another point. So you got.
Man, I got so freaking lucky.
And then the Jeanmark giving you a bonus if Paul agrees.
No. Okay, look. Hold on. Was he 33?
Yep, 33.
See, look at that. I went 11, 22, 33.
So, Paola,
Perfect.
are you agreeable with Jeanmark giving them a bonus for knowing both numbers?
No,
Fine.
okay, look, no, it's
Like,
only
no,
fair.
because either way, I can only, if I do that, then even if I get one right, I'm bottom last.
He might
So
tie Jeanmark.
don't
We'll find a way to give you a bonus point of some sort if we can.
Okay. We'll see if you can get.
Man, I got so lucky.
Okay, hold on. Okay, if we give Dominick a bonus point, I'll give you, Paola, a bonus point because Schumacher was going to have a different teammate. Do you know what Mazepin's number was going to be?
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, you can get that one if you remember from last year.
Mazepin. 44. It's not 44.
Remember, Mazepin. It has a kind of a.
I will also give you a hint, is that it's a single digit number.
Was he?
Don't ask me. Literally just look this up to give you a better chance of getting the point. So it's anywhere between 1 to 9. Well, 2 to 9.
Yeah.
Well, you should be able to, through process of elimination, be able to quickly get rid of like half those numbers.
He was gonna run with a single digit? Is that what you're saying?
He has a single digit.
Right, from last year.
Last year it was a single digit number between 2 and 9.
And he was going to have the same digit this year because FIA rules state that you have to keep the same number unless you win the championship. You can run 1, but you still keep the other number. So you already know it can't be 1, right? And you already know another 2, McLaren. You know that they have single digits, so it can't be those 2 digits. It
can't be.
You know, Aston
one
Martin.
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be.
Did we already do Williams?
Yeah.
It can't be.
And Latifi is 6.
It can't be 7 because Kimi Räikkönen retired, so you know it's not 7.
And it can't be 6 because we already did Williams.
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. It can't be.
No, this is fun. This would be fun. This would be fun for all the people watching.
Are you asking or are you guessing? I couldn't tell if you were guessing or asking.
8? No.
She did a poker move. She got Don's reaction.
No, I don't know.
Okay, wait. Let's walk through this. Let's walk through this. Number 1. Could it be number 1? Can't be 1 because that's Verstappen. Number 2.
2.
Do you know anybody who has 2?
No.
Okay, so that's one of the options. Number 3.
Don't say their name. Just say if you know that they have it.
It can't be 3.
Okay, it can't be 3. 4.
It can't be 4.
5.
Can't be 5.
6, we already know that's Latifi.
It can't be
7 because Kimi Räikkönen's retired.
Yeah.
Can't be 8 because I accidentally said that.
8 because that driver also is not in the sport.
So you're down.
Did we narrow it down to just 2 and 9?
2 and 9. Yeah,
spin. 2 or 9.
Mazepin.
Okay, we'll tell you 8 was Grosjean. We'll just say 8 was Grosjean, right? Because he's not in the sport right now. You keep your number for 3 years after you leave.
I like how we keep stressing the spin part of Mazepin like that's supposed to help or something.
Well, to me it would, but I guess it doesn't to her.
2.
No, it's 9.
It's 9. I thought you'd see the spin on the part of the 9. The spin.
But spin.
Oh, okay.
2 as an S. Oh, okay. Well, that was fun. That was fun though. Okay,
sorry.
I'm keeping it honest. Are you?
There you go. Okay, what's my card?
3, 6, or 8.
3.
Okay. Number 77.
That's Alfa Romeo for Bottas, and his teammate Guan Yu Zhou is 24.
Good. So
look at you doing your homework.
You and Dominick
because I forgot Guan Yu Zhou earlier, and then I remembered when you guys said 23, and then I was like, oh yeah, he's 24 because he likes Kobe Bryant. Boom.
That's true.
We tied. So Jeanmark, you missed one?
Well, yeah, no, he gave you a bonus.
Oh. But
so you guys are tied currently. Okay, Paola. 6 or 8?
6.
6. Okay. Number 4.
Norris.
And who's the constructor?
Oh, McLaren.
And who's the other one?
Daniel Ricciardo, and he's 3.
Well, that was my easiest last chance.
I knew something.
Because I knew it couldn't be 3 and 4, and we'd very seriously.
Okay. So which constructor was not picked?
Oh,
Well, wait, this is a tiebreaker, so you guys.
Is
can't
it between
really-
me and
there
Dominic?
is no tiebreaker. He's gonna win. Okay.
Well, that's why it's called a tiebreaker. The next driver, Dominic, and this time you're going to not say the other person's number. You're going to say the driver's name and where they're from. So
you know who we haven't done is Aston Martin.
Okay, so number.
Man, please give me Hulkenberg. Please let it be Hulkenberg. I actually know where he's from.
Are you ready?
I know where Hulkenberg is from.
Number 5.
Number 5. Hey, wait,
Yeah.
have we done Aston Martin?
No.
Number 5. Who's the driver? Number 5.
Can I steal?
Wait. Number 5.
Bro,
Can
you
I
take it
still
too long.
go
Bro,
against?
Your face is about to become an emoji on the Discord.
Here's the thing. I don't. Wait. No. Vettel is number 5.
Okay, you got the Vettel. So that's 1 point.
And guess where he's from?
Yeah, where's Vettel from?
He's also from Germany.
Okay, so you got your 2 points. Okay, Jeanmark.
Yeah, just like Hulkenberg. Hooray.
Okay.
I know that's actually from Ferrari days. That's how I remember.
The other driver's number is 18. Who is it?
So Stroll is 18. And he's from Great Britain.
Which I would like to point out.
Oh no! Sorry. I'm retracting that real quick. I did not submit that.
Right.
That was me thinking off the top of my head. It is Canada.
I
He is from Canada. Okay. Give me the point. Canada. Sorry.
I don't have the point. He gave me a free. He gave me a freebie.
That was Canada. What was like? That was a Freudian slip if I've ever heard one. He's from Canada.
That's fair.
Okay. So, Paola, you'll need to help me out.
Okay.
You ready? Pick a card.
Why
Any card.
not
Okay.
make the tiebreaker what Hulkenberg's number is? Because I don't know that off the top of my head.
But I do know he's from Germany.
I do know
Okay.
that too.
Paola, pick a number.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
4.
Okay. 4.
Podcast would have been over 10 minutes ago, but I gave Dominic bonus points.
Okay. Name the constructor from France. You go first, Dominic.
Constructor from France.
Yep.
Ocon, right?
No, constructor, not driver.
No.
But that is right. Yes.
What? Alcon? Yeah,
Yes, he is French.
He's from France. Very good. Yeah, Alcon's from
Is
France.
Alpine from France?
Very good. Alpine.
Yeah.
Alpine. Okay.
Okay,
Pick
wait.
another number.
Hold on. This is it. If Jeanmark gets these, then he's the winner because, like I said, he gave me the bonus point. So if Jeanmark can knock this out, then I will say that he won. I shouldn't even be here right now. So, it's on you, bro.
Okay. Let's do this one. Where? I'll pick number 3. Jeanmark. Jeanmark, where is Alfa Romeo from?
Now that's a
come on.
trick question, everyone. Okay, because the brand Alfa Romeo is Italian, but the team is listed as Sauber, which is Swiss.
Very good. I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that anyway. Congratulations. You win.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for playing. Hopefully
Thank you,
that
everyone,
gave
for
some-
playing. Put it in the comments below the 2 numbers that we missed. Russell and Ocon, their numbers, 63 and 31. Good on you guys for anyone who was able to get that. That was a lot of fun, Dad. Thanks.
Let's do countries next time. For all of them.
She's going to do her
she
homework.
knows
May or
she-
may not benefit my knowledge base.
Start studying.
She's going to start studying now that she suggests that. So,
There we go. That was our game center. And there you have it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this PITWALL podcast, especially Bro, Dad, and Paola, and Itsy Bitsy, special guest. And until next time, we'll see you on the PITWALL.
That was rude.